this final episode, you're able to walk back the way you came to Williams Cafe Pub.
So this episode is really focused on reporting, just to underscore for you what you need to do when you're out there stack watching. Of course, we have our important 3-step process: observing, documenting, and reporting. And observing is simply using your eyes to watch for any discolored emissions coming from the industrial core. They could be coming from a distinct stack. They could be coming from the ground. So right there is a difference between the stack emissions, which we call point source emissions, or fugitive emissions. Either are worth observing and documenting. The documenting piece, of course, is pretty straightforward. We encourage stack watchers to do that by snapping a photograph. Then you've captured the problem, and you just need to share it with the regulator so that they know the area where you saw the problem. And then the final step in all of this is reporting, and reporting is really important. And I want to talk a little bit about why it is important. You know, when we first started encouraging people to stack watch over 20 years ago, we even had people within the ministry telling us that they didn't think Hamiltonians were really concerned about emissions from the stacks. And that kind of caught us off guard. How could people not be concerned? People were sharing concerns with us. But what we quickly discovered is that people didn't know who to call to report a concern about an emission, and they didn't know what to say. And I'm going to fess up by telling you the first time that I attempted to file a complaint, I couldn't answer all of the questions. Bear in mind, this was at a point in time when we didn't have cell phones and digital cameras, but I was asked questions that I couldn't answer. So some of the basic questions that you may be asked, or that you should be ready and proactively answering and providing information about, are, time of day when you see an issue. If it continues on and on, make that clear that it's an ongoing problem. And then, of course, you'll snap your photo, and that will capture the level of opacity, and it will also convey information about the source of the problem. And the Ministry of the Environment has what they call a Spills Action Center, and the Spills Action Center will hear complaints about spills to land, water, and air. There's a live person there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're based in Toronto, so your report would go through to them if you called after hours, for instance, and they would in turn send a report through to the Hamilton District Office of the Ministry. They have a 1-800 number that you can call. It's 1-866-663-8477. They also have an email that you can use. And of course, if you have a photograph, you want to be emailing them so you can append your photo to your email. And the email address is moe.tips, that's TIPS, at ene.gov.on.ca. We have a fridge magnet at Environment Hamilton that was created in partnership with the Crown Point community. And so you're welcome to reach out to us to get a fridge magnet. We can give you a stack if you have neighbors who you think might want them too. But the information on that fridge magnet is available on our website. So if you visit our website, under the Issues tab, you'll find information about air quality and air pollution, and you'll find the information from that stack watch magnet listed there. It does also include contact information for both of the steel mills, so that and this is really for people who live in neighborhoods close to the mills who may know which mill a problem is coming from, and you can call directly to them and express your concerns as well. We always encourage people to first contact the regulator, indicate that you want to file that formal complaint, share your information and share your picture. You can then, if you feel compelled to do so, reach out to the industry and make a point of letting them know that you've already filed a formal complaint with the Provincial Ministry of the Environment, with the regulator, because that can often give you a little bit of leverage in getting the company to take your concern more seriously.
And this concludes our stack watching series at Environment Hamilton. Thank you so much for joining us on this walk. Again, to highlight and circle back to episode 7, it sort of emphasizes the importance in the community care of bearing witness, so we'd ask for you to consider coming back. Of course, observing, documenting, and reporting, as more community complaints helps the ministry to take action to better the air quality for all of us at the harborfront and in the city.